Scientists from the Leiden University in the Netherlands, the Florida University of Natural History, and the local Archaeological and Historical Society continue to search for clues which will shed further light on the people who roamed the land at Casabah about 1,000 years ago. Professor of Caribbean Archaeology at Leiden University, Karen Hoffman, says the site at the secluded bay in the northeast coast has been well known for decades. It was first discovered in the 1960s.
It was discovered by a developer in the area, Mr. Simpson, who found pieces of a female figurine, and that figurine went famous in Caribbean archaeology for many, many years. In 1968, it was Mr. Brentford from the Archaeological and Historical Society who excavated at the site with Ripley and Adelaide Bullen. They were from Florida, and they excavated in the garbage area. So they, at that time, they did not see at all that they did not discover that there were human remains at the site.
It was not until 2009 that scientists found human remains in a visible burial site at the location. 30 bodies were unearthed, prompting further exploration of the excavation site after consultation with the St.Lucia Archaeological and Historical Society.
We decided to come with our field school this summer to St. Lucia, so we're here now for 5 weeks excavating in the burial part of the site. At first we thought it was a cemetery, but then we started to discover remains of houses, and then we figured out that in fact the dead were placed in the houses of the living.
The excavation site is actually the remnants of a small village of the first inhabitants of the Caribbean, the Amerindians. Hoffman says the village dates back to over 1,000 years, but narrowing down the precise anthropological and historical details of these indigenous people require further scientific investigation.
We are not speaking as archaeologists about Caribs and Arawaks because this is a historical construct, and in fact for us they are Amerindians. To us they don't speak a language, so we can not say if they were speaking a Carib or Arawak language, but what we know from the historical sources is that these people spoke basically an Arawakan language with only some Caribbean loanwords, and those were used principally by the men, and probably it was a sort of a pidgin language which was used for trade with Carib groups from the mainland of South America.
Hoffman says the discovery at Casabah has given scientists unique insights into the Caribbean before the New World discoveries of the Europeans during the Middle Ages.
These people had a lot of contacts with their neighboring groups on other islands. So for example, if you look to the east, you see the site of Comrade Point. Well, probably those people were relatives of people living here at Casabah. We have also evidence that they used stones to make their knives from the island of Antigua. That means that they had contacts with people living on Antigua, or that they exchanged with them goods, maybe for other goods which were produced here on St. Lucia.
The scientists are encouraging St. Lucians to visit the site and learn about the untold story of a people which has not been written down. The archaeological find has opened up a new discussion on the rich history of the cultural heritage of St. Lucia.